fire the video up and make some introductions. Already in first of all, the Cadet 9Bs. In 1, Mackenzie Wagner. Out of 2, David Ross. From 3, Emery Stallen. From 4, Tyler Ross. From 5, Jacob Ross. And in the Cadet 9Ps, out front and out front on circuit, the number 25 in 1, Cooper Millard. In 2, Jack Jensen. And from 3, Xander Watts. That's how they've lined up and are ready to go. So I think we might get a start this time. All right, wait and see if they give them the green light this time as they head up the rise, and sector 4 of the sweeper, down they will go. They all close up now, nice and tight, nice and formed up. Off the front, Millard and Jensen. Second row, Watts. Third row, Wagner and Ross. Fourth row, Stallen and Ross. Fifth row, Jacob Ross. Here we go then, do we go green? We should maybe get a start this time. It looks like they're all formed up. We might just see these lights go out. Do we go green at the first time of asking? We are away in rate, or are we? Oh, did they put the foot down? I think they're struggling at the front and they all get swamped. Now we are indeed racing, so a little bit of dramas as the front two couldn't quite make them go. And it is Mackenzie Wagner who's just steamed to the front of this race. Jensen has gone P2, so we will revert, I think, to calling this one as it is, rather than call them in their class. So it is Mackenzie Wagner, who now heads down the sweeper, leading this race on circuit. All 8 karts will now be called as one single race, as they've all got mixed up and all thrown together. So as they come up the hill, Wagner, now, whoa, it's action aplenty, and Jensen goes up the inside. And now Millard, surely we've got the inside as whoa, no. Jensen then from Millard, from Wagner. They all slug it out into Patrici course, the right-hand hairpin, back towards me. Then Davey Ross, Stallen, Tyler Ross, Jacob Ross, then Xander Watts at the back. As they all come through sector 2 into the complex, and look at the, oh, Jensen! Holding on still from Millard. Jensen and Millard slugging it out at the front, and still they do. Big battle here for Stallen and David Ross down into the dip. Now they head over the rise towards the sweeper. The 12 of Xander Watts does the same, down that dip and then tight back on himself, and then up over the rise past Flaggy 4, down the sweeper. Meanwhile, up the hill, the two battling it out for the lead of this race. Into Patrici course they go. Still Jensen and Millard back towards me. Here they come. Millard not going to give this up. Jensen's going to have to fight for it. One, no, the touch. Millard touched into nose cone. Just got caught out on the brakes and had to just dab them to pull it off. Mackenzie Wagner saw what was going on but can't bridge that gap. Then still Davey Ross holds on from Stallen and Tyler Ross as they go down into the dipper together. Then it's still the 27 of Jacob Ross, followed by Xander Watts, the number 12 down. They're getting closer and closer. Xander Watts not giving up. Meanwhile, up the hill, now Millard, can he close up that gap again? 45.217, the quickest time to Jensen. Up they come then, past me, past the tower, buzzing the tower, and then closed it up again on lap number 3. Jensen, Millard, Wagner, Ross, Stallen, Tyler Ross, Jacob Ross, Xander Watts. Through they go, onto sector 3 then. Now they'll move on to sector 4. Millard, desperate, trying to make a look down the sweeper, will get closer and closer. Meanwhile, coming back towards me, still Davey Ross holding on from Emery Stallen. Stallen goes up the inside. Stallen goes through, gets it done. Stallen goes through on Davey Ross. Up 1. So Stalin goes to P4 on circuit. And right behind them still Tyler Ross watching on. Meanwhile, back towards me come the leaders with 4 down. Still Jensen holding on from Millard, but Millard right with them still with 4 done, 4 to go, and this is not going to get sorted until the very end. Millard really does fancy this as they go over the sweeper. Check it out. Back towards me through Patrizi course. And Ross is not going to give up. Emery Stalin holding on. Davy Ross then into the complex of Sector 2. Now they will go to Sector 3. Stalin trying to get away. Down the dipper. Still Tyler Ross right there with them too. That is a 3-way that continues. Up the rise they go. Into Sector 4. Past me. Jacob Ross goes down the hill. Xander Watson's got him. Xander Watson's gone up to P7 on circuit. Millard again. Touches the rear of Jensen. Boy, oh boy, every time coming into the complex, that looks like he's got the pace, but just cannot get the line right. Whoa, very nearly lost the rear end. Mackenzie Wagner has to pull it back. Still this 3-way then. Davy Ross not giving up. Emery Stalin holding on. Tyler Ross has bridged the gap. Now it's a 3-way through the complex of Sector 2. Tyler Ross getting closer and closer. Davy Ross there will try and hold on. Up they go up the rise. 6 laps have been completed by the leading pair, and they're about to catch the back marker of Jacob Ross. Round they come. They get walked a little bit. Round the outside, suicide. Oh, that was mighty close. Down they go, down the dipper. Millard not giving up. Jensen has the lead. Will he hold it? Round they come, down the sweeper. Down the sweeper they go. Now they will see the white flag. Will revert to calling them in their classes. Still Jensen and Millard slugging it out. Xander Watts is in P3 in that class. In the Cadet 9B still, Mackenzie Wagner leading from Stalin, Ross, Tyler Ross, Jacob Ross. As they all come past me, completing this one, the checkered flag awaits. There is Mackenzie Wagner leading the beginners, but on track, the P-platers down the tipper. Jensen leads into the last 2 turns, up over the rise. Cadet 9, P-platers. Heat number 1 through the last turn for the last time. Checkered flag awaits. Give it up. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Jack Jensen. Second, Cooper Millard. Third will be Xander Watts. And in the Cadet 9, beginners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. In comes number 17, Mackenzie Wagner. Second should be Emery Stalin, because that battle's raged for the last 3 laps. Can Emery get out ahead of David Ross? Up the hill they come then for the last time. Is it going to be Emery? P2, Heat 1, Emery Stalin. Second, and it's Tyler. Tyler got it, yes. Tyler goes third. Davy Ross 4, Jacob Ross 5. That's how the Cadet 9 Bs finish up. So well done to the little people.